It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He was outstanding last week, racking up a ton of yards and touchdowns. It's the Jag...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, Trey Lance, now in his 2nd season out of North Dakota State.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here we go.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And some room to Cordero Patterson, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cordero Patterson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another win in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. That throw by Brady incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. On 2nd and 10, Brady, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Lance's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, Lance going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Brady to throw again. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st down, Brady. And the catch made by Hilton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Henry again. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Colts to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He had the touchdown last drive, now up over 1,300 yards on the season, and still plenty of time in this game for him to keep those numbers climbing.
And I like the fact that it's a number that you're not worried about protecting. Because if you're trying to get around, if you're trying to get over 1,000 yards, you get a little nervous, right? At this point of the season, you have a few losses, now you're back below 1,000. Here, you're just trying to climb a big-time total even higher.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Brady. Looking deep for Hilton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
On first down, Lance looking deep for Jennings. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Lance, incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Again, it's Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Jags grab it. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for Jacksonville score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And this is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Play action, now it's Brady. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. On second and inches, Brady, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a first and goal. Brady now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.Y. Hilton from a yard out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On second down, a run with Patterson. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cordero Patterson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts have retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing is Brady on third down. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Inside handoff, Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On play action, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On the move to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. On 2nd and 7, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake.